Okay, besties, let's not sugarcoat this one. TikTok boy mums have gone too far. And I don't mean just quirky or over the top. I mean full on weird, borderline creepy, and absolutely damaging if you really think about it. These mothers are living up to every single negative stereotype people already have about boy mums. Instead of proving people wrong, they're feeding the fire. And the worst part? Their kids are the ones who are going to pay the price for it. And I have to be honest, once you see the receipts, the captions, the videos, and the way some of these women talk about their sons, you can't unsee it. It's the type of content that makes you stop mid scroll and think, what did I just watch? And then you scroll through the comments and realize thousands of people are feeling the exact same ick. Here's the rundown of what's happening. TikTok boy mums are leaning into the stereotype of being overindulgent and over attached to their sons in ways that are concerning, exaggerated, and honestly damaging. One mother, at It's Ali Joy, posted a video holding her newborn son and captioned it. When you have a boy after two girls and you finally understand the boy love everyone told you about. Viewers immediately called it out as weird, creepy, and unfair toward her daughters, saying it showed favoritism and projected unhealthy dynamics. She deleted it, then tried to defend herself with a response video, but her explanation only made things worse and showed how defensive she was instead of reflective. Another mother, Jessica Misitano, went viral for kissing her teenage son on the lips and captioned it, "Born to be your lover, forced to be your mother." That set the internet off for obvious reasons. And in real life, we're seeing the long term effects. Grown men raised in these dynamics centering their mothers, even on their wedding day, sidelining their wives, and creating public proof of misplaced loyalty. Here's the problem we're unpacking. This isn't just cute mom son bonding, it's favoritism, boundary crossing, and emotional damage disguised as content. Let's start with Ali Joy. She's a stay at home mom of three, two daughters, and a now newborn baby boy. She films herself holding her son and captions the clip. When you have a boy after two girls and you finally understand the boy love everyone told you about. On the surface, maybe she thought it was sweet. Maybe she thought she was tapping into a relatable mom moment for TikTok, like, oh, look, I finally get it now. But nope, the internet did not let that slide. People instantly pointed out how off putting it was. Because, really, what exactly was she trying to say? That her love for her daughters wasn't the same? That suddenly, just because this baby has a different set of chromosomes, she is tapped into some magical new level of love?
She had mentioned that she had a boy, and she was just like, oh, it's just so different when you have a boy. It's just so different. Like, I have all girls, and when I tell you my boy is my baby, I love him so much. What you are feeling is emotional incest, okay? You are developing a weird connection with your son. And in that moment, I said, boy moms are freaking weird. As a boy mom myself, her comments were so weird to me. I had nothing to say.
Be real. This baby just got here. He's not walking. He's not talking. He's not out here cracking jokes. He's literally eating, crying, sleeping, and feeling diapers. That's it. Exactly what her daughters did at the same stage. So where is this boy love coming from? It feels like she's already put her daughters on a lower tier and a newborn son on a throne before he's even opened his eyes properly. That's why people got the ick. It came across like she was saying her girls didn't measure up, and that's not just awkward, it's dangerous parenting territory. Kids remember stuff like this. Daughters don't forget when they see their mom admit that the boy sibling was loved different or more. That creates rivalry, resentment, and a whole lifetime of therapy waiting to happen.
Y'all do not understand the problems that this causes. And it starts at this age with that behavior. This is why we have so many terrible men now. I bet you're going to raise him up like, oh my goodness, my baby can do no wrong. That is my precious little boy. And then for your daughters, yeah, you need to clean after them. Yeah, can you make your brother something that, like, it starts at this age and you don't even realize, and it's annoying and it's weird.
And the wildest part? She chose to blast it on the internet. She didn't keep it in her notes app. She didn't vent to her friend. She put it on TikTok for millions to dissect. Now it's permanent. A digital footprint of her saying her love for her son is somehow on another level. So, even though her son is literally just a newborn, Ali has already planted her flag. In her eyes, this boy is special in a way her daughters never were. When you have a boy after two girls and you finally understand the boy love everyone told you about. Your son is a newborn. He isn't doing anything different from his sisters at that age. Where is this magical boy love supposed to be coming from? And why would you even put that online for everyone to see? That's the kind of thing that instantly makes people think you're picking favorites. And honestly, it just screams unnecessary drama. After deleting the first video, Ali posted a response where she oddly starts by mentioning a 13-year-old who unalived herself, completely irrelevant to her own controversy. Then she says people misunderstood her message.
I received news yesterday that a 13-year-old girl from my hometown took her life due to bullying and hate. These are some of the messages that I received just yesterday. Just a few of hundreds of messages because of a post that I posted. Excited about having a boy after having two girls that people took out of context, saying that I love my daughters more, or I love my son more than I love my daughters. And it's very sad that this is the social media world that we're growing up in, that the next generation is growing up in, and we have to do better. These comments not so much bothered me, but they were just disgusting and hateful and bullying and weird, so much that I deleted that video. But it doesn't even matter because people stitched the video in a weird way and kept furthering on with their twisted opinion of me. Nobody knows who I am.
That's not damage control, that's deflection. Bringing in a tragedy unrelated to your own parenting choices felt manipulative and unnecessary. And let's be real, no one misunderstood your point. You said what you said, and now you're trying to walk it back after the backlash. And this is the core issue. When moms plant these seeds of favoritism, it sets a dynamic that carries into adulthood. Sons are raised to believe that they are special, unique, deserving of more, while daughters grow up recognizing that they were loved less. That's how emotional wounds start at infancy. But Ali isn't the only one. Things escalate with Jessica Misitano. After her son's baseball game, she whips out her phone and literally films herself kissing her teenage son on the lips. And before anyone tries to argue, it was just an innocent peck. Let's talk about her caption. Born to be your lover, forced to be your mother. Yes, she actually typed that out, hit post, and thought it was okay for the world to see. I'm sorry, but what? That's not quirky. That's not just bad wording. That is straight up, what were you thinking? The internet went wild, and rightfully so, because no matter how you spin it, that does not read like motherly affection. It reads like a line from a romance novel that should have stayed in the drafts. People weren't being dramatic when they called it emotional incest. That's literally the vibe it gave off. And the scariest part? She's normalizing it for her son. He's growing up in an environment where he thinks this is okay, that this dynamic is totally fine. And you already know that when he takes that into adulthood, it's going to be messy for whoever he dates or marries down the line. And the comments? They weren't having it. People were disgusted. People were worried for the boy. And honestly, so was I. Because this isn't just boy mom energy. This is crossing lines that should never even be approached. And sadly, it doesn't stop here. Let's take a look at how this plays out when these boys grow up, because the patterns, they're crystal clear. Example, the wedding post. So this one right here took me out. A grown man on his literal wedding day, decided to post a carousel of photos. The first two? Normal, sweet, exactly what you'd expect. Him and his new wife looking cute and in love. But then, plot twist. The rest of the photos are with his mum. And not just that, the caption said, "She will always be my first love." Like, excuse me? On your wedding day? To your wife? And if that wasn't enough, he even liked a comment telling him he should have just married his mom. Be so serious. That right there is the end game of boy mom culture gone way, way too far. What was supposed to be a day of celebrating a new union turned into a shrine to his mother. His wife, who literally just said, "I do," was made into the second option on her wedding day. Can you imagine how humiliating that must feel? You're in your dress, you're celebrating a big day, and your husband is online professing his undying love for his mom instead of you.
Their inside thoughts are at it again. If they aren't dancing with their sons at their wedding, doing a split in front of everybody, if they aren't setting up their living rooms to host a pseudo wedding ceremony to marry their 5 or 6 year old son who said he wants to marry mommy, if they aren't wearing white to their son's wedding, if they aren't rushing to be the first one to hug their son during a gender reveal before he could even hug the mother of the child, if they aren't interrupting a wedding because the new bride said in her vows that their son was flawed and they're like, "My son ain't flawed," if they're not dressing up as their 16-year-old son's prom date, complete with matching outfits and a corsage, this is exactly how it starts. Acting as if you're a new mom when you already got 2 daughters? Well, I guess they're just chopped liver, huh? I bet you these are the kind of moms that want the big sister to do everything for little brother. I bet they're gonna cook for him and clean for him and give him money and all that because everybody gotta spoil mama's baby boy. And woe be unto any woman that he goes on to marry because mama's gonna be in competition with her. I'm sure she believes she's perfectly capable of hiding the fact that her new baby boy is now her favorite child. But ma'am, the internet is forever. Your kids should never think you have a fave.
And it's not like this is an isolated case. This is the ripple effect of moms who raise their sons like boyfriends, not children. So let's break it down with some theories. These moms treat their sons like the partners they never had. It's obsessive, it crosses boundaries, and it's unsettling. Sons become emotional stand-ins for failed marriages or empty relationships. TikTok thrives on controversy. The more bizarre the caption or dynamic, the more clicks and comments. So boy moms lean into extremes, sacrificing their kids' reputation for content. From the very beginning, boys are raised to believe they are more special, more deserving, and more protected. These moms reinforce that entitlement, raising men who expect women to compete with mom's pedestal instead of being treated as equals. So, the big picture? This isn't just one cringy caption. It's a whole cultural script where sons are untouchable and daughters and wives are invisible. And the real consequences are real. People on TikTok flood the comments calling this behavior creepy, toxic, and a huge red flag. Mums like Ali and Jessica end up deleting videos, but the screenshots live on forever. Daughters grow up feeling second class. They start believing their role is less important than their brothers. Sons grow up entitled and unaccountable, with their mothers shielding them no matter what. The divide starts young and deepens over time. Wives and girlfriends of these boy mom raised men often find themselves competing with the mother in law. Some of these mothers show up to weddings in white, hug their sons before their daughter in law at gender reveals, and generally insert themselves into spaces that don't belong to them. Many women online have admitted this is their number one fear about marrying a boy mom's son. That wedding post shows exactly what's at stake. A man prioritizing his mother over his wife, even in the one moment meant to center the new marriage. And this isn't just speculation. The photos, the captions, and even the comments he liked prove it. The ripple effects are generational. These dynamics don't just stop with one family. They create broken marriages, unhealthy sons, and traumatized daughters. A boy mom raising her son as the prize creates an adult who sees his wife as a competitor, not a partner. So here's my verdict. TikTok boy moms need to stop romanticizing their friends. There is nothing big about putting bottom without love. There is nothing healthy about treating your son like your first love. And there is nothing harmless about crossing physical and emotional boundaries in the name of content. Love your kids equally. Teach your sons accountability. Protect your daughters from resentment. Because right now, too many boy moms are raising the next generation of entitled men. And the internet receipts prove it. At the end of the day, we have to ask ourselves, is this just cringe parenting, or are we watching the seeds of the next broken generation being planted in real time? Because if the comment sections are anything to go by, people are scared, and they have every right to be. But what do you think, besties? Are these moms just awkwardly worded and cringy? Or are we watching toxic family cycles repeat on public stage? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget, like, subscribe, and hit that bell because these TikTok parenting scandals, they just keep getting wilder.